Hi, my name is John, and in this video, we're going to talk about the basic Git workflow. Before we begin, a quick introduction to Git. It's version control. So what you can do is use it to keep track of changes to your code over time. This is going to be really helpful when you try to share your code. You could go ahead and push your code onto GitHub so other people can see it. It's also useful for when you want to make radical changes to your code. Let's say you want to add like a completely brand new feature to your code. Well, you could go ahead and make a branch in Git and kind of branch off, go ahead and create that new feature. And if for some reason it doesn't work out, you go ahead and switch branches and change back to where you started before. So it's a really simple but powerful tool. Um, it's really like you start out simple and it's very simple, but when you do more complicated things, there's a lot of complicated detail, useful complicated detail in Git, and it can make you very efficient and can save a lot of time. So enough about that. In this video, I just want to talk about the basic workflow and kind of like how to get started with Git right away. And let's just say you're a programmer doing like simple homework problems. How do you start using Git and how Git could be helpful to you? So let's go ahead and get started. Um, so this is my desktop right here, and we haven't made a file at all. So let's go ahead and make a file, and I'm going to call it Git Basics, right? Git Basics. Don't forget to cd into your. There you go. So right here we don't have a Git repository. We could just tell by using Git status. So let's go ahead and create a Git repository. Awesome. So now that we have an empty repository, what you should do is make an initial commit. Just because we don't have anything and you're going to need to start somewhere. So let's go ahead and do that. So these two commands I'm using here is git add all and git commit. And I'll go ahead and explain what that is in a second. But name your initial commit uh, initial. It's pretty good practice. I've seen it uh, done a whole bunch of times. So this is your initial commit. Nothing to comment. Just sets you up. So now that we're set up, let's go ahead and explain what this git add does and git commit does. And the best way to describe it is using this diagram and a shopping cart analogy. So let's pretend that your working directory is like a shelf at a grocery store. Your staging area is like your cart, and a repository is checking out your cart. So when you make changes, that you're going to make changes in your working directory, you're going to use the git add command to stage it, and then you're going to use the git commit command to commit it to your repository. So again, like a shopping cart, imagine your shopping cart's empty and you're pulling your work off the shelf into the grocery cart. That's kind of what this git add does. In other words, you're taking something that's unstaged and you're staging it. Um, and then you're taking what's staged into and you're committing it. So again, you're taking something from your grocery cart, you're putting it into your grocery cart, and then you take your grocery cart to the cash register and you check it out. And that's how that works. Um, want to go ahead and show you how this looks like in real life. So let's go ahead and create a file. I'm going to call this touchfile1.js. This is just a simple JavaScript file. And let's go ahead and open it using our text editor. Really quick, I like using Atom. It's a great, simple, open source text work run by GitHub. Right out of the box, it's Git aware, and some of the features that it has is you could drag and drop files really easy, and that's why I like it better than Sublime or Notepad++. Notepad++. So anyways, here's an example of the Git awareness. I made a new file, so it's highlighted in green. That's not supposed to happen, but or what I mean is it's not supposed to be highlighted green, but it is because it's a brand new file. So let's go ahead and just print hello world. Cool. Let's go ahead and make a save. And I want to go ahead and commit this. So let's do git add dash dash all. So you use dash dash all or you use a. They do the same thing. It takes all your files in your working directory and stages it. So when you use this command, everything that's here is going to be staged. So let's go ahead and do that. Alternatively, you could do git add and then add an individual file name. Or you could do like crazy stuff. You could like add wildcards .js. So for example, that'll add all JS files to your staging area. So cool, we got our file staged. Now let's go ahead and commit it. So you're going to use the command git commit flag m. And for our git commit message, let's see, our commit message, let's just say create file1.js and says hello. There we go. So we changed the file, we inserted one line of code. So this is all good. And when we go back to our text editor, you can see it just turns white. So that means successfully committed. So let's just go ahead and make an additional change just to show off some of this Git awareness of Atom. 1 second. Cool. As you can see here, it says one file has been changed. I haven't saved it, so I'm going to go ahead and do Command S to save it. See how this orange highlights the file name? That means that I made a change. So I made a change to my file. Let's go ahead and make a commit for it. Or let's go ahead and commit this. So I'm going to do git add dash a. I'm going to go ahead and stage it. See, no change. Because staging, putting something in the staging area is completely different from committing it. So now let's go ahead and commit that code. So flag m, and let's do add second line of code. There we go. And done. Alright then. So this is the basic workflow. Like let's say you're doing a homework problem. You're gonna go ahead and make your algorithm or whatever. You're gonna put your solution, you're gonna type out your solution below, right? Type out your solution. You're gonna go ahead, stage it, commit it, and that's it. So now let's just show off one more useful feature. It's called branches. So branches kind of sound exactly what it is. You start off with one big branch called a master branch. So this is the main branch that you're going to be working off of. But like in a real coding environment, like let's say like at a workplace, you're going to want to make different branches, and you want to make different branches for different reasons. You want to make a QA branch. You're going to want a production branch. You're going to want a, oh, I have to fix this little bug branch. I could show you a few examples on here. 6 branches. Let's see what they got. So here they got a RSpec branch, QA branch, beauty message. Wonder what that is. Fix surf time. They got a demo branch and a master branch. So yeah, as you can see here, this organization, how they're developing it, I'm pretty sure it looks like beauty massage. Oh my god. I'm sure this is just a feature that someone's flushing out. So anyways, point is, let's say you want to make a branch for, I don't know, a complex solution. Like let's say you're coming up with a complex solution to a homework problem. Well, you could go ahead and make, oh sorry. Let's say you want to make a complex solution. Well, what you could do is git checkout dash b complex solution, and what this command does right here is it creates a new branch. And don't be dumb like me. Make sure your branch names are all one word. Okay then, so you switch to a new branch. So what that means is that I moved away from the master to the complex solution branch. And when we go to our file, everything's the same. But what I can do is change all of that. Console.log. This is a complex problem. There we go. So you see how it's completely different here? Let's go ahead and git add all, git commit complex solution. There we go. Okay, so it's committed. Awesome. So this is why we want to switch have branches. So you can switch back and forth between here and here. Oops. Git branch. Oh, it's sorry. Git checkout complex solution. See? Really easy. All right. So that's how branches work. Now I just want to show you how to push your work up onto GitHub. So let's go ahead, and I'm assuming you already have a GitHub website set up. If you don't, I would highly recommend doing it. Following the directions, and it's pretty simple to set one up. Um, you might have to do something like complicated with the SSH key. I'll look into it and maybe make a separate video. So repository name, I'm going to use Git Basics and go ahead and make that a public repository. So I'm going to create that. And we have a local repository. It's on our local machine, but we want to go ahead and use our we want to hook it up to our GitHub repository because right now they're two different repositories. So if we copy this, copy paste, we'll go ahead and connect them together. Awesome. Go ahead and refresh your page. Ta-da! So we have one branch here, it's our master branch, and this master branch contains um, this file 1, and you can see it's all the content of the master branch. So this is cool. Like, this is how you're going to be able to share your code and how you're going to be able to show your code to the world and share your code with the world. Let's go ahead and push our complex solution branch onto GitHub, and how we are going to do that is very simple. What you're going to do is get the name of your branch, right? I'm just going to copy paste it. Cool. And you're going to do git push, so that pushes your Git repository. Origin is the name of GitHub. For some reason, I'm not too sure. I'm not sure why it's like that, but it is. And then go ahead and use the name of your branch. So the syntax is git push, that's the command. Origin, that's the name of GitHub. And complex solution, that's the name of your Git branch that you're pushing. So go ahead and do enter. It's going to take a little bit. There we go. It's done. So we go ahead and refresh our page. And as you can see, we have two branches now. We have our master, which we're familiar with. And then here we have our QA. Oh, what happened here? Oh, our complex solution. There we go. There we go. I don't know what just happened there. But as you can see, this is our uh, complex solution branch. All right then. So that's what I wanted to show you today. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe and keep your eye open for new videos. I plan to post a more complicated video about um, advanced features of Git and best practices in Git. Just to give you a little hint of what I have in store. Apparently, you're not supposed to use git commit flag m or git commit dash m, um, and I'll explain why in a future video. But anyways, all of you have a nice day. Bye bye.